In this example, we're determining what our markup is going to be. We're a wholesaler, we're buying things, selling it, and we want to know the total that we're going to make. And you can see we have a markup here, so it's like 75% more. So we're going to do a formula here. We're going to do a few extra things in here to show you how to really spiff this up. So what it is here, in this case we work with a relative reference. It is the wholesale price times, and then we go into the 75% here. We want that to be a constant, so we hit that F4 or Command T if you're on a Mac, and we complete the formula. So it's saying that's not 26.25, that's 75%. What we need to do is add that $26.25 to it. So always double check. I'm going into the formula bar and I'm going to hit the plus sign. I'm editing. Then I'm going to add the $35. It's actually selling for $61.25. We can drag it down. And if you see those railroad tracks, you know it means it's too narrow. You could double click on that vertical line between the letters. And let's say people are buying them. And let's say you sold 13 of this and it came out formatted incorrectly. I'm going to talk about that in another minute here. Let's say you sold 25 of this, and then let's say you sold 22 of that, and let's say 9 of this. We need to know how much it's going to cost, how much we're going to get from the customer. And if you get things in here which are looking funky like this, I would highlight the whole thing here, and then what I will do to format, I click on the comma. But you don't buy a half an item. We reduce the decimal point. Good. Now I want to know how much the order will be for the customer. So it's equal this, the sale price, times the quantity. $796.25. We pull it down to here. We're getting dashes inside some of these columns because they didn't buy anything. This is okay. You can get really fancy and do things, but that is fine. If I go into here, I'm going to do something. I'm going to click on the comma. You can just highlight those in there. I'll just undo. What I want to do here, I want to know what the total is for all my sales here. I click inside E18. I click on the auto sum, picking up everything in there. We complete it. This is what the customer orders. Next thing, we don't want the customer knowing what the wholesale or the sale price is. We can't delete things. However, we can move or hide things. So what I could do, I highlight this stuff here. I'm going to cut. Control X, or I could right click and cut. Go into the markup information. Paste it in here. So I have it. I can widen that column if I need to. I got the information. We're going to the pricing worksheet. Nothing has changed. However, let's take a look here. When we look inside here, instead of seeing just the cell, it is referencing the sheet called markup information. Looks good. Next thing here, we don't want them to know the wholesale price. I really wouldn't want to cut that out here, but what you could do is highlight the column in the letter B, right click, left click on hide. So now you've got the order form. However, anybody with a quarter of a brain will know that there's a missing column because it says A to C. You've got a couple of options. One is just print it out, give it to the customer. Let's say you want to email it to them. You email it as a spreadsheet. I wouldn't say that's a no-no, but you don't want them seeing this information here. What you can do here, you can hide the sheet. I can right-click, left-click on hide. It's gone, okay? You could do a few things that I'm going to talk about, locking the sheet and stuff like that. However, what you could do, I will save the file at this point. I'm going to create a PDF. I go to File, Print, and then what I do here, I click on Export. I say Create PDF, and it will go right into here. It'll open this up. Publish, and it takes a minute. You've got a PDF there. There's no formulas in there. Let me close out of this, because even if you gave it to them this way, they would know that you've added things up. And they could also see that. But in the PDF, none of this information shows up.